Alright, so today we are going to be trying to do the Voultar Edge Enhancer mod for the SNES, and this is a serial number or model number, whatever, 219-43380. This was my dad's Super Nintendo. It's now mine. I've been using it. But yeah, this is a damn near family heirloom, so I'm going to try and not break it, but we're going to tear into this thing and see what we can do, because fuck it. Why not, you know? So first thing we need is I believe it's a 4.5 mil game bit, they call it. So I just got this cheapo, this is off Amazon, it's just this tip part here, but I got it stuffed into this screwdriver. And we're going to want to take out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game bit screws. So I'm going to pause while I do that, and then we'll be back. Alright, so once you have them all loose, you should be able to turn the console upside down and not be able to get any of them out because I'm an idiot, but they should all kind of just fall out. Yeah, see, they're falling out now, but they should come out. You just want to catalog them. So there's 4, so there's 2 more in there, but once you got them all loose, I'm doing this with one hand, mind you, so you know, but I take these out, set these off to the side, and then we should be able to just pull the top off, which I'm going to do. Yep. So top just comes off just like that, assuming all your game bit screws are loose, which there's the other 2. You kind of got to give it a little tap almost. But so here is the inside of our Super Nintendo, and so once we take this RF shielding off, we can see the board revision, which is important for when you're ordering the Edge Enhancer mod. So we'll confirm we got the right one, which I'm pretty sure we did, but I'm going to be pretty pissed if we didn't. And it says in the instructions to flip the power switch on and off to de-energize the console, so we just did that. And I think what I'm going to do is take these 2 Phillips screws out and unhook the power switch there, and we'll go from there. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so I got those 2 screws out, and then you just carefully just pull up on that little plug there, and it comes out. So next we can take this eject lever off. So what we do is we pull this up, and then we can lift and slide. Mind the spring, it may go flying. I forget if it does or not. I'm going to put my finger on it actually. But we should be able to, well, do I remember how to do this? Oh yeah, you got to slide the rod out actually. So there it's out, and just like that, there goes the spring. But there's the rod, we can set that to the side. And don't lose your spring. There's our spring. Set that off the side for now. And now we're going to work on getting this shielding off. Don't mind the screws. They may actually be different on yours. I think I mixed some of these up when I put this back together. I've had this apart before to replace a power connector. But at the very least, we got 2 Phillips here and 2 Phillips here to get this RF shield off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so when you take this RF shield off, it has these little tabs. They slide down into those slots there. So don't just like yank, it's got to come straight up and off. And as we can see, we have the revision SNS CPU GPM01. So I did in fact order the correct mod, which is great. And with that being said, I think we need to remove this other RF shield as well. So there's I forget where it all is, but some of it's on the back side actually. So we actually need to remove the board from the whole unit here. So to do that, I think it's this one, and that one, I think. And I think that is all that's needed to take it out of the shell. I think, yeah. So let me go ahead and do that, and then see how that comes. So we're gonna do those 3 and see what happens. Okay, so those 3 were the right ones, but also it's worth noting we had to disconnect this ribbon cable. So what I did is I just picked up on this board a little bit, grabbed this, and then pulled it back. You gotta be careful, it's kind of delicate, but so now we should be able to lift this up and out of here just like such. So there we go. Let me pause and get my bearings, and I'll come back. Okay, so we're gonna flip this over and take out those 3 screws there. To well, maybe 4 actually, because one way over here, to maybe it's It might actually be, so it's only these two and then that far one. So it might actually only be 3. It's the gold ones, I think. I don't know. Basically, just going to take out a shit ton of screws till we get this RF shield off. And then we'll have the bare board and we can take a look at that. Just for video reference, so I have it, this is what the bottom looks like right now, because I'm going to misplace these screws. So there we go. Also worth noting, you will have to disconnect, I believe that is a power regulator, power filter. You have to take that screw off. This is upgraded. I actually upgraded it because I was having a vertical bar issue. There is the part number there. It's a 7855, or a S, 7850S I believe it is. But yeah, I'm going to take that screw out and then this shield should come off now. Okay, so with that off, we have access to our entire board. Just like that. I replaced the power connector on this, so that's why that looks like garbage. Ignore that. I may actually try and clean that up a little bit, but yeah. There we go. Now I got to read some instructions. Next step would actually be to get you one of these bad Larrys. Normally I'd be on the old Red Beauties, but trying to keep it in between the lines so I can actually get this done. These are a little easier to stomach, so get you one of these first. Take a swig. Alright, now we can move on. Okay, so I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to show you on the board. So we have to remove, so we're working in this area. So here's the top, top down. Here's the main cartridge slot. So below it, this orientation below it, this area is where we're going to be working, okay? We need to remove Q3, Q5, Q7, R19, R18, R14, R13, R9, R8, C8, C7, and C6. We got to remove all those. And all of those are going to be in this area here. All these little resistors and doodads and whatever. We got to remove these. So, you need a really fine tip soldering iron, which hopefully this is going to cut it. And you need some know-how, and also you need a good pair of tweezers. So I got some tweezers here. Hopefully these will work. A nice fine tip pair of tweezers. And I have this on a little dealie here to help me out, but you don't really need this. But yeah, so I'm going to, so on Voultars' website, on the guide, there is a picture with all of these like highlighted so you know what wants to take off. I'm going to look at that while I do this. So you should probably do the same, but just so you know, you can do it manually. So I mean, we can find, if we look hard enough, there's Q3, right? I believe that's Q3 right there, that my finger, that little black guy. We're going to rephrase that little fella right there. So we're, and there, so you just got to go and manually run through them all if you're not going to use the picture. But I'm going to use the picture, so I'm going to pause this and I'll come back when I hopefully have these removed. And the best way to do that I can think is we're going to heat our soldering iron up. It's not hot right now. Try and work up. It's really hard to even see. I think these have 3 contact points. These black doodads. So heat up a spot. Maybe do 2 of these at once, and try and get them hot, and then quick get the other one, get it hot, and then you try and get it off. And the same concept applies to these. I believe some of these are resistors, maybe these are capacitors. I don't really know, but heat up one side, try and get it free, quick get the other one hot. Same deal. And if you're having problems getting the solder to liquefy, what I like to do is take some really good quality. So I use Kester. Low temp leaded solder. Leaded is important. I don't care what people tell you. They took the lead out and they made solder shit. Get you some leaded solder, okay? And flow just a little bit in each one of those little points that you're trying to get off. Like, I mean, just a tiny bit. And it will make the melting point so much lower and so much easier to work with. So we may end up doing that if I'm having problems, but we'll see. So I'm going to come back when hopefully this is all done. This is where it gets scary now, so here we go. Okay, so we got all those removed. It's hard to see, but this guy, I mean, you can see, so for instance, Q7 right there in the middle. You can see that's removed. I found the best method with the little black things is to do the top leg. So like, let me see if I can get any, like that, like the top leg right there. Do that, peel it up, and then do these two. And these little guys, it's just kind of trial and error. You'll get it though. Just heat them up evenly and you'll get it. So then we take our, oop, that was almost bad. Take our imposer and we set it like such. Just like that. So it's the left hand side is on C92. And yeah, that's the only way it'll go. So get her like that. And then I think we got to solder these in one way or another. I got to look, but I would imagine we do. So I'll be back. Okay, so we got that soldered on. So you do there, 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 and there in the middle. And this is just a friendly reminder. Can I make this not like garbage? Not really. Huh. I mean, this is just a friendly reminder looking at my soldering. There's a kind of a decent image. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm not good at this, but I mean, you can see I just goobered her on there. So there's that, and then I'm going to pause this again and see where we got to go next. Sorry for the horrible videoing. I got this fucking light here, and this light, it's all I got. So gonna pause, see where we got to go next. Alright, so you're going to want to take your chip deal there, and it only goes one way. You can figure it out, but I mean, you know, as zip ties and bias plies would say, look at those instant gram soldering job. Look at that. Look at those guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 pins up top there, 3 on the side. Should be all good and soldered. I got to clean off some flux I used, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So you just got to solder that little guy there onto that. I would just try and tack a corner each to get it set, and then you can go from there. So. Okay, so this next step's going to be hard to see, but that chip there, SPPU2B, apparently there was 4 revisions of this chip. So SPPU2B, according to the mod guide, if you have anything but SPPU2C, you need to remove 3 resistors. So since we have B, we're removing 3 resistors, and those 3 resistors are the bottom one here, the bottom one here, and the bottom one here. So the 3 bottom resistors there, we're removing those, so I'll come back when we're done. Okay, so it's hard to see, but those 3 bottom resistors are gonzo. It's worth noting I couldn't stand the taste of piss anymore, so I got myself a Red Beauty. A Budweiser, you know. Take a swig. Oh, that is the good stuff right there. So yeah, on to the next step. I think we are going to solder red, green, and blue wires onto one of these traces in here for red, green, and blue. So gotta look what they are, and then we'll come back and we'll do that. So yep, and yeah, obviously you gotta have some wire. So I will show you guys what wire that is as well. All right, so we got our red, blue, don't mind the little heat shrink there, and green soldered up. So each one of these goes on the right hand side in this orientation. On the bottom, I don't know if it was a resistor or what, it was the weird tall one. You'll know when you do it, but the bottom one on each one. So there we go. I might have to clean up, there's a loose strand right there. I don't want that doing nothing silly now, so let's, there, we got it. But yeah, so I think that's good. We're gonna go with that. I just used some 26 gauge wire here. It's cheap on Amazon, so, and yeah, like I said, just make sure you keep hydrated, and I'm gonna go on to the next step. So there we go. I ain't even gonna lie to you, that took me so long, it's not even funny. That was the worst thing I've ever done. That was the hardest soldering I've ever done. It'll be a miracle if this thing even still works, honestly. But I decided to try and do the advanced level, and yeah, apparently I ain't an advanced individual. I'm not even gonna explain that. If you want to do that one, seek it out yourself. That was horrid. It's in the instructions if you want to try it, but oh, I apparently I ain't that guy. So got that. Holy shit! Time to move on. Whew. Okay, so next we took our little multi-out QSB, set it on the back side of the multi-out there, soldered around the 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I think we're just going to connect the ribbon cable. I got to look how to do it, but pretty sure that's it. And finally, run the ribbon cable, fold it like such. Blue sides go on top. That was a real bitch, I'll be honest. I hate ribbon cables. I think they're fucking stupid. But yep, we're done, hopefully. I would be really shocked if I didn't nuke this PPU, I'll be honest. So we're going to find out. Yep, let's go see. Okay, so we're going to put this dealie back on here, this rod, and it's just worth noting that this spring can only go one way, so I think, oh, I'm gonna have to look, let me see. Sorry for the bad camera work, I'm just trying to focus on my hand right now so I can see what I'm doing. Oh boy, come on. Come on. Okay, I gotta set this down for a second. Do one of these. How about that? You like that? Yeah, you like that. I want to say it goes like this. Yep, so the long leg goes down. I know that sounds silly, but you'll understand when you're doing it. Let me in. Did I get it? First try, baby. So yeah, long leg of the thing goes down in there, see? It goes down and it tucks. There's a little hole for it in the plastic here, and then it comes up and locks into that little notch right there. That little notch my fingertip is in. And that gives you that. There we go. And then just make sure you put this guy down and you're ready to rock. Very nice. Alright, so, here, let me, well, I don't have the remote on me, but, so, here it is, finished, working. I'll be honest with you guys, I actually, completely bricked, oh, I gotta turn I got my feet out, too, nobody take a peek at my feet now. I completely bricked, this is a Super Nintendo. I completely ruined one, entirely. I was trying to do the advanced installation, and I broke a leg off of the PPU. And believe me when I say that was not good. And I had yeah, just look how crisp that is, though. I had a hell of a time I tried everything I could to fix it. I actually had a spare Super Nintendo, ironically, just because I happen to have two. I tried to take the PPU off of that one, put it on the one that I modded. Didn't work either, and then I ended up lifting a few traces off the board to the point where, because I had heated it and cooled it so much trying to take the chips on and off, it ended up being basically not salvageable. And unfortunately, the Super Nintendo, let me see if I can turn the exposure back up here. So although it is the same shell and everything, inside of here is a completely different donor board. Same revision, same everything. I did do the advanced installation on this again. I actually did it this time, which is the one that you saw me putting back together. But I didn't mention that in that part. But I did do it. I did do it successfully, but I really would not recommend. It's damn difficult. I had a really hard time with it. It really humbled me. And I'm fortunate enough that this happened to work now, but I did something really stupid, and I was trying to mod this Super Nintendo is the one my dad gave me when I was a kid, and it's the one that he had when he was young. Same thing with this regular NES, this first Nintendo, but this is this is a literal generational console, and I ruined the numbers matching, the board that came with it. I ruined it, and it about broke my heart. I really did not think that was going to happen, but here we are. Shit happens, and now we got her working though, in a roundabout way, and boy, it does look good, but man, at what cost? I really would not recommend the advanced install unless you're feeling real confident, because it's pretty difficult. Look how crispy that all is. Shoo-wee. Come on now, let's try and get back to the grassland. But yeah, I am going to be posting a couple more Super Nintendo videos on some other problems that I ran into. But in any case, I guess I could turn the exposure up a little bit. Yeah, somewhere in there. But yeah, in any case, we did get her. I just wanted to put that kind of disclaimer in there, I did mess up, and I want that to be known. It was a really humbling experience for me, but we got her. And, I don't know if I'll be able to get this to focus good enough, but I mean, it looks good. It looks really good. It was noticeably, it does look good. It was noticeable the second I turned it on. But yeah, so in any case, that's the Voultars Edge Enhancer mod. A little harder than I thought it would be. What does this do? Oh, whoa. Hey, now, calm her down. A little harder than I thought it would be, but we got her. And yeah, just, I guess proceed with caution, guys, because, you'd be dumb like me, overconfident, whatever, use your childhood console, and you might end up ruining it. But we got her. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully some more Super Nintendo content coming down the pipe. I had to do a couple repairs. Had to replace a fuse, and then also I had a bad diode, which gave me a runaround. So I'll post some videos on, how to fix that and the troubleshooting process I went through. But overall, yeah, looking good. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.